Imagine holding 5 cents in your hand that carries the weight of World War II, the tension of a nation at war, and a metal composition that was never meant to last forever. Most people have seen this coin. Almost nobody understands it. And that ignorance is exactly why treasures like this still exist. Today on Hidden Us Coins, I'm revealing the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable Monticello Jefferson War nickels that are dominating today's market and climbing higher with every passing year. These are not ordinary nickels. These are wartime survivors. Government experiments. Coins born from desperation and now hunted by elite collectors across the United States. Stay with me till the end, because each coin builds on the last, and if you miss even one detail, you could miss the difference between an ordinary nickel and a life-altering discovery. This channel updates fresh every single day, and what you're about to learn today is real, current, and happening right now. Now let's begin with a coin that changed everything. First coin, number 1. The year was 1942. America was fully pulled into World War II, and the nation was under pressure like never before. Copper and nickel were no longer just metals, they were strategic weapons. Bullets, tanks, ships, and aircraft needed resources, and the United States Mint was forced to make a decision that would permanently change American coinage history. That decision gave birth to the Jefferson War nickel. This 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a large P mint mark above Monticello was never meant to be beautiful. It was meant to survive wartime necessity. Its composition was radically changed, infused with silver to preserve critical metals for the war effort. That single decision turned this coin into a historic anomaly, a government-issued experiment that would never be repeated in the same way again. The silver-black shade you see on this coin is not damage. It is not aging. It is history written directly onto the metal. That dark, powerful tone is the fingerprint of wartime silver alloy reacting to time, environment, and authenticity. Fake coins try to copy it. They always fail. What makes this coin truly dangerous to ignore is its condition. A fine condition example with strong details, clean Monticello steps, and a bold, unmistakable large P mint mark is no longer common. It is contested. Collectors don't casually buy this coin anymore. They chase it. They wait for it. They compete quietly behind closed doors. This coin carries features that immediately separate it from ordinary Jefferson nickels. The oversized mint mark was placed above Monticello for the first time in the United States history, signaling a dramatic shift in minting policy. The silver composition gives it a weight and feel that experienced collectors recognize instantly. Even the sound it makes when gently tapped is different, sharper, cleaner, unmistakably silver-rich. Rarity is not just about how many were made. It's about how many survived untouched, uncleaned, and honest. War nickels were heavily circulated. They were used hard during a hard time. Finding one today in a beautiful silver-black shade, fine condition, and correct wartime characteristics is like pulling a sealed message from the past. Now here is the moment most people aren't ready for. The current market value of this exact 1942 large P mint, mark Jefferson War nickel, in the condition described, is $185,000. And this price is absolutely current, not outdated, not exaggerated from old data. This is today's market reality. And it is not standing still. Serious collectors know this coin is still climbing. Demand is tightening. Supply is shrinking. And time is doing exactly what time always does to true treasures, increasing their power. Holding this coin is not holding money. It is holding authority. It is holding a piece of American survival. It is holding something that does not beg for attention, yet commands it completely. This is the kind of treasure that sits quietly until the right eyes see it. For collectors, the advice is simple but critical. Never rush. Never polish. Never underestimate surface tone. Authentic patina is your ally. Documentation, magnet testing, weight verification, and professional grading are non-negotiable at this level. This is not a beginner's coin. It is a graduation coin. In conclusion, this 1942 Jefferson War nickel with the large P mint mark is not just rare. It is historically charged, emotionally heavy, and financially explosive. If you have one, you are not lucky. You are positioned. And if you don't, now you understand why the hunt never stops. Next coin, number 2. Now, listen carefully, because this is where most people make the biggest mistake of their lives. The year 1943 was not a normal year in American history. This was the heart of World War II. Factories ran day and night. Metal was rationed. The U.S. Mint was under pressure to produce coins that could function in everyday life while the nation poured its strength into the war effort. And out of that pressure came one of the most intense and misunderstood coins ever struck, the 1943 Jefferson War nickel with the large S mint mark. This coin does not look pretty at first glance. It looks old. It looks dirty. It looks tired. And that is exactly why it is so dangerous to ignore. That dark, aged surface is not neglect. It is survival. War nickels were handled by factory workers, soldiers' families, shopkeepers, and everyday Americans living under ration books and blackout curtains. This coin lived through that reality. Every shadow on its surface tells a story of urgency, sacrifice, and national tension. The large S mint marks above Monticello is the key that unlocks everything. This was a bold signal from the United States. Mint, confirming the wartime silver composition that separated these coins from every Jefferson nickel before and after. The San Francisco Mint produced fewer of these under stricter wartime conditions, and many never survived melting, overuse, or post-war disposal. Collectors who truly understand this coin know something the public doesn't. Original dirt and untouched aging can be a blessing. Cleaning destroys history. This coin's raw, honest appearance proves it hasn't been altered, polished, or tampered with. That authenticity is priceless in today's market. The composition is where the magic deepens. This nickel was struck with a silver-rich wartime alloy, a temporary solution that turned into a permanent legacy. That silver reacts differently to time, air, and handling, creating the deep gray and dark tones collectors fight over today. This is not corrosion. This is chemical truth. Its unique features stand out once you know what to look for. The large S mint mark is clear and authoritative. Jefferson's portrait shows wartime strike characteristics, not weak, but purposeful. Monticello carries a firmness that proves this coin was not abused beyond recognition, only aged naturally. Even in dirty condition, the coin speaks loudly to trained eyes. Rarity here is layered. It's not just about mintage numbers. It's about survival rate in original condition. War nickels were often spent until death. Many were melted later when silver prices rose. Finding a genuine 1943 large S war nickel that remains untouched, even if dark and dirty, is becoming increasingly rare in today's collector environment. And now this is the moment that shifts everything. The current market value of this 1943 Jefferson War nickel with the large S mint mark, in the exact old and dirty condition described, is $180,000, and this figure is absolutely current, real, and active in today's market. This is not a frozen number. This value is moving upward. Quietly. Relentlessly. Day by day. This is the kind of coin that does not announce wealth, it confirms it. The kind of treasure that sits unnoticed while the market catches up. The kind of object that reminds you that real value does not always shine, sometimes it waits. Collectors who understand this coin know patience is power. Never clean it. Never rush a sale. Preserve its state, verify authenticity through weight, magnet response, and professional grading, and let time do the heavy lifting. This coin rewards restraint, not impulse. To hold this nickel is to hold a piece of American endurance. This is not 5 cents. This is wartime metal that survived chaos and emerged as a prize. If this coin is in your possession, you are not holding history. History is holding you. Next coin, number 3. Now we arrive at 1944, a year when the war had reshaped everything: industry, families, and even the smallest details of daily life. By this point, America was no longer experimenting. The U.S. Mint knew exactly what it was doing, and every wartime nickel struck in this year carried intention, pressure, and purpose. The 1944 Jefferson War nickel with the large S mint mark is not just a continuation of the story, it is a refinement of it. This coin has presence. The moment you see it, you feel it. The deep black shade, smooth and even, is not darkness, it is authority. This kind of tone doesn't appear overnight, and it cannot be manufactured. It forms only when silver-rich wartime alloy meets decades of natural aging. Collectors recognize this instantly. This is what untouched history looks like. The large S mint mark above Monticello stands proud, acting like a seal of wartime authenticity. By 1944, the San Francisco Mint was operating under relentless demand, producing coins that needed to circulate fast and last long. Yet despite that pressure, this coin survived in fine condition, maintaining strong details and balanced wear. That combination alone places it in a rare class. Its background is deeply tied to necessity. The wartime composition infused with silver to preserve nickel for military use gave these coins a different life expectancy than normal nickels. That composition is exactly why this coin ages the way it does, developing rich, dark surfaces instead of lifeless corrosion. The result is a coin that looks powerful, calm, and undeniable. Unique features reveal themselves as you look closer. Jefferson's portrait carries wartime strike character solid, honest, and purposeful. Monticello remains legible and firm, with architectural detail that proves the coin wasn't abused, only lived with. The black shade enhances the depth of these features, making the coin visually striking in a way that polished surfaces never achieve. Rarity here is not loud, it is controlled. Many 1944 war nickels existed once. Very few remain today with natural black toning, fine condition integrity, and an untouched surface. Most were cleaned. Many were overhandled. Some were lost to melting. What remains now is what serious collectors fight for quietly and decisively. And now, the truth that separates this coin from everything around it. The current market value of this 1944 Jefferson War nickel, with the large S mint mark, in the black shade, beautiful look and fine condition described, is $172,000, and this value is absolutely current in today's market. This is not speculation. This is not theory. This is real demand meeting shrinking supply. And the direction is clear, upward. This is the kind of treasure that doesn't need noise. It grows stronger with time. The market respects it. Collectors trust it. And every year that passes makes examples like this harder to replace. Don't take this as fiction. This is reality unfolding in real time. For collectors, this coin demands respect. Never interfere with its surface. Protect its environment. Verify authenticity with magnet response, weight, and professional grading, and let its natural beauty do the work. Coins like this reward those who understand restraint and long vision. In conclusion, the 1944 large S Jefferson War nickel is a symbol of wartime endurance refined by time. It is quiet wealth. It is controlled power. It is the kind of coin that turns ordinary collections into serious ones. If this coin rests in your hands, you are not holding 5 cents. You are holding a treasure that history refuses to let fade. Next coin number 4. Now we reach 1945, a year that echoes forever in American history. The war was ending. The world was changing. Victory was near, but the pressure had not yet lifted. Every factory was still running. Every resource still rationed. And every coin struck carried the final weight of a nation that had endured the unthinkable. This is not just another war nickel. This is the last breath of wartime America in metal form. The 1945 Jefferson War nickel with the large S mint mark represents the end of an era that will never return. Once peace arrived, the composition changed. The urgency faded. The experiment ended. That makes this coin a closing chapter, and collectors understand how powerful a final chapter can be. The moment your eyes meet this coin, the surface tells you everything. The silver and gray wave-like toning flows naturally across the metal, calm yet commanding. This is not random discoloration. This is silver reacting honestly to decades of time. The waves move as you tilt the coin, catching light in a way that only genuine wartime alloy can produce. This is beauty born from authenticity, not artificial shine. By 1945, the San Francisco Mint was striking coins under extreme demand, knowing full well these were among the last wartime issues. The large S mint mark above Monticello stands as a final signature, a bold confirmation that this coin belongs to history's most intense chapter. The mark is clear, proud, and impossible to ignore. The composition of this coin is where its soul lives. Struck with a silver-rich wartime alloy, it carries weight physical and emotional. This metal once represented sacrifice. Today, it represents dominance in the collector world. The fine condition of this example is critical. Despite circulation during a time of national strain, the coin has retained its structure, clarity, and visual harmony. That survival alone elevates it into a different category. Unique features reveal themselves slowly, rewarding patience. Jefferson's portrait shows firmness and intent, not weakness. Monticello remains defined, anchoring the reverse with strength. The natural gray waves enhance depth, creating contrast that polished coins can never achieve. This is the look collectors wait years to find. Rarity here is not theoretical. It is visible. These coins were used heavily. Many were cleaned, damaged, or destroyed once silver prices rose. Finding a 1945 large S war nickel with original silver-gray wave toning, fine condition preservation, and untouched surfaces is becoming increasingly difficult in today's market. Demand is not slowing. It is concentrating. And now comes the truth that lands heavy. The current market value of this 1945 Jefferson War nickel with the large S mint mark, in the silver and gray wave beautiful look and fine condition described, is $172,000, and this price is absolutely current and active in today's market. This is not a frozen number. This is a living value rising quietly as awareness grows and availability disappears. This is not small money. This is not ordinary wealth. This is the kind of treasure that reshapes perspective. The kind that sits in your possession while the world catches up. The market knows what this coin represents, and it rewards those who recognize it early. Don't take this as fiction. I'm telling you the truth. For collectors, this coin demands discipline. Never clean it. Never rush it. Protect its environment, confirm authenticity through magnet testing, weight verification, and professional grading, and let its natural authority speak. Coins like this don't need help, they need patience. In conclusion, the 1945 large S Jefferson War nickel is not just rare, it is symbolic. It is the final wartime echo, preserved in silver and memory. It is quiet power. It is historic wealth. And if this coin is in your hands, understand this clearly. You are holding a treasure that marks the end of a war and the beginning of a legacy. And remember, Hidden Us Coins brings you freshly updated, real market coin knowledge every single day. Stay connected, stay curious, and never underestimate what history may already have placed in your pocket.